Hello, and good afternoon, everybody. While you people are joining, let me quickly introduce the live for today. And it's going to be all about what the gurus aren't telling you about creating your own high-ticket offer and creating your own high-ticket sales. Now, high-ticket, if you guys aren't aware, in my definition, high-ticket is all about if you're going to be charging $3,000 or above for your programs. Now, the definition of high ticket can sometimes change depending on who you speak to, but this is the definition that I go with. But effectively, it's not a low ticket offer where, in the 3 digits, where you can easily go and kind of sell it with a page or whatever. But effectively, with a high ticket offer, the sales process sort of differs. Now, the reason I'm making this live is because in the past week, I've had a few conversations with some people who are asking, what is needed to make your offer a high ticket offer? So what do you need to do for your offer to become worth the amount of money that you're thinking of charging? Now, doing some research, I found out that actually a lot of advice out there is not really telling you the crux of the matter of, how you can do that, how you can position your offer to be of high ticket value. So in this live, that's exactly what we're going to uncover, what you're not being told about high ticket offers and how you can, in fact, charge a high ticket for the programs that you've got with small tweaks. Now, when I started this, I had to learn the hard way. Like when I first started, I started charging $100 for the program that I was doing at the time. And over time, with trial and error and a lot of slow growth with tiny traction at a time, I had to figure out how to change these things and then make it into a high ticket offer. So I'm making this live so you guys don't have to go through the same struggle, and instead you can jump the gun and go straight into the high ticket offer, which is going to be much more valuable. And there's an easy way to kind of do that so that, you're adding massive value at the same time and you're enjoying the process. Like, who wants to struggle their way up to the high ticket process, right? You want to already be in the stage where you are enjoying everything that you're doing. So that's what this is going to be all about. Now, the first thing that you've probably heard other people talk about for high ticket offer, or you're thinking yourself, is that you need to do more for you to be able to charge more. Now, that's not necessarily going to be true, right? The reason is this. Now, when you think that you have to charge or you have to do more in order to charge more, it means you're again thinking about trading time for money. But charging high ticket, and when you get into coaching and when you start creating courses, it's not about trading time for money, right? Like, you're not in the business of trading time for money. You're in the business of trading value for money. So you don't have to do more. Your course doesn't have to do more and be more in order for you to be able to charge more high ticket. It's more about how you can position your course in a way that it delivers transformation. People don't want to pay for time, right? And there's a simple example that I was talking to someone with the other day, which is about, she was in graphic design. So in graphic design, you, let's say, pay for somebody to make your logo for you. Now, you can either pay them to create a logo that's going to take them 3 months to create, or you can pay them more money for them to take 1 week to create a logo. Let's assume in this case, the logo is going to be just as good. But which would you rather? Would you rather pay the same amount of money for 3 months, or would you rather pay it for 1 week? Right? People want to pay for efficiency. So if your course can deliver the result in a more efficient manner, then of course you're going to be able to charge more money for it, right? So you don't have to do more in order to be able to charge more. Now, the second thing that I hear a lot of people talking about is you need to be available 24/7 to your clients. Or this is one of the fears that a lot of you have that I speak to, that, if I'm going to be charging high ticket, like $3,000 plus for my program, then I need to be available 24/7 to my clients, and I just can't do that. I don't have time to do that. Now, this is a mistake. You don't have to be available 24/7 to your clients. There are clear boundaries that you can set when you create a coaching program that is going to be respectful of your time as well as their time. Now, also remember that just because you say you might be available 24/7 doesn't mean people are going to be contacting you 24/7. Yes, there might be someone who's an oddball who will do that, but you as the coach, as the leader, have to still be, respectful of your own boundary so that you don't have to respond every single time somebody responds, and not right away. You can still take your time to respond to someone. It's all about setting the clear boundaries right at the beginning. And, you can say to someone, look, give me 24 hours and within 24 hours, I always will respond. Right? And that's fine. You can do that. So no, you do not have to be available 24/7 because again, you're not trading time for money. Okay? That's not the purpose of a high ticket coaching program. Now, the other thing, the top 3 mistakes, or the third mistake that's top that I hear a lot of people talk about or think about is that if you introduce a higher ticket program, it's harder to sell. Right, let me say that again. So if you introduce a high ticket program, it's harder to sell. That's what a lot of people think. Now, I did a survey about a couple of weeks ago now on a group that's just asking people which one would be easier to sell, a $3,000 program or a $300 program. The responses were mixed, but a lot of people were just saying that, or thinking that, the $3,000 would just be harder to sell. But the reality is the difficulty of selling each of them is pretty much the same. You're just going to be attracting different kinds of people. But, check out my previous post on my profile where I talk about how people process the different pricing that you put together. Because everybody is always going to haggle. They're never going to have money. One of the biggest objections that we hear in the whole coaching world is that people don't have money to buy your program, regardless of what the offer level is, right? If you're charging $3,000 versus if you're charging $300, people will still never have money, the people you speak to. So, and this is also from experience, right? Remember I said that I started with $100 and people didn't have money for that. So it's all about how you position the offer, and it's not harder to sell, right? It takes some skills, of course, for you to be able to sell the offer, but it's still just going to come down to the same thing, regardless if it's a $300 offer or a $3,000 offer, which is all about how you position it and what the value is for the other person, right? So there's an underlying message or an assumption from my side is that your course is actually going to be valuable, right? If your course wasn't valuable, of course, you wouldn't be a coach. So I have to take that into consideration, right? So I know that your course is going to be valuable and your program is valuable to someone. So that's why you're able to charge that. And if it's not, there are some things you can do to make it worth more and make it more high value, that you can deliver massive, massive value to someone. But here is the crux of the whole thing, right? People will not pay for information, but people will pay for transformation. Okay. And this is something I learned as well. So if your course or if your program is just giving somebody information, it will not be worth high ticket. But if your program is delivering a transformation to someone, then it will absolutely be able to be worth high ticket that you can charge for. Okay. And again, check out my profile on the last post where I talk about your effective hourly rate. If you're not charging high ticket, what is your effective hourly rate? You've got to consider that. So there are multiple avenues and multiple things you can go through to determine what your price should be. And let me know in the comments below if you're interested in finding out more about that and the pricing strategy, because I'll make another post that talks about how you can price your program more appropriately. But this is why you have to charge high ticket, and how you can is because you will be delivering a transformation and not just information, right? So the bigger and more urgent the problem you solve, the higher you can charge, typically speaking. Okay, so again, remember, people will not pay for time. They pay for results. So if your results can come faster than those other people that you're working, or the other people in your competition or in your niche, then people will be able to pay you more, right? You can charge typically higher ticket for that. So if you don't know how to charge high ticket or what to charge for your program, or if you don't know how to get more clients that are able to pay you high ticket, then let me know in the comments below or DM me. I'm here for you. All right. I'll be able to help you out because I've gone from the journey of charging low ticket, tiny ticket to all the way to where we are now. Okay. And everything in between. And we've got multiple offerings. So If you don't know how to charge high ticket or what it takes to make your course into a high ticket course, then let me know. I'll be happy to help you. Hope you found this live useful and helpful. If you have any questions, comment below or DM me. I'll always be there for you. Have a great rest of your day and a good weekend as well. See you later.